music ended at just the right time. I thought you were going to break into song.
I was going to, but then I remembered you don't like that I'm talking when the thing pops up. I've done that before because I thought it's kind of cool, but I guess it's not necessarily cool. So I'm probably breaking some sort
Everybody
of rule.
will like hearing you talk, though, today.
Well, yeah, because that's what I have to do is go away for 3 weeks.
Then everyone's
build
excited.
up that, yes.
Build up the intensity.
Build
the
up the
excitement.
mystery, the intrigue, and then come back.
Orca, good to see you. Kaya, good to see you as well. Welcome in, everyone. It is back to feeling like a regular Thursday. Once again, it is time for some beverage podcasting. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith.
Hey, it is you.
You might not recognize me without my hernias. Oh, wait, maybe you do. I don't know. I didn't show them off too much. So.
I think that might have been against terms of service if that would have happened.
Could have been, yes.
But that is, like I said, since you mentioned it, that was why you were gone for a few weeks.
That's right.
Just
Not
kind
the
of,
comedy tour.
There was not a comedy tour like Lucky said. There was some surgery, but you're feeling good. Feeling just having to not
good.
stay too active, but feeling good.
Right. It's true. Sitting, walking, standing, no exerting.
Leaning?
Can't exert. Leaning might require some exertion.
I was going to say.
Might require some core engagement.
That's right. So that's the part you have to be not no core engagement.
When I had my doctor's appointment last week, I when I can, unless it's like 10 flights, I'll take the stairs. So it was just one flight of stairs. So I walked up the stairs, and then when I was talking with my doctor, and she's like, "Well, no," she's like, "Lots of walking." She's like, "But no inclines." This and that. I said, "Oh, I took the stairs." And I said, "Is that?" She's like, "Stairs are fine." She's like, "If you start, if something starts to hurt, then stop." She's like, "But I guess that might be tough if you're in the middle of the stairs. You have to like sit down." So,
because would going down be worse? Does that engage your core more because you're trying to like stop yourself?
I guess probably in a different way, but yeah, no, neither one. Both of them are fine.
Keith does look like he's lost a bit of weight. I hope you're doing better, Keith.
You know, I actually think I have. It's weird because I've been less active.
Maybe it's just because you're sitting like this.
Yeah, I'm hunched up. I'm very constantly flexing my arms because that's all I can do.
Constantly flexing. You're ready for another Keith flex.
I am. Yeah, no. Actually, a few weeks ago, I probably wouldn't have worn this shirt because it was fitting a little tighter here. But I'm actually, I don't know, maybe less activity, so I'm not building the muscle, but also not. Yeah, I'm trying to limit caloric intake as well because
you're a little more sedentary.
Yes.
Good observation, Kaya. Good observation. Very nice.
So.
We've got a whole lot of things to try today. We've got one bourbon at the very end of the show that I have had, but I've wanted Keith to try because it's been a little bit. But we've got 4 sparkling waters to just kick everything off with.
Okay.
Are you ready for that?
I am ready.
Okay.
Yeah. I've survived surgery, but now we're going with liquid death. So.
Yeah, we're having to go with liquid death. All of these are from their soda line. People were telling me you guys should try these. They never quite said if it was for bad or for good or whatever else. But I was like, all right, I will give these a shot. We will taste them. First one out of the gate, we've got the Killer Cola.
Killer Cola. Okay.
I'm kind of surprised they didn't go with a K for the cola.
Oh yeah, that would have been good.
That seems like a little bit of like a missed
Maybe people would have thought it was koala.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't know. Killer koala.
That's smart. Killer koala. I like it. That's smart. We're going to scoot. There we go. Scoot you over there just a little bit. Perfect. Baker, good to see you. We missed you, Keith. Look at that. See, everybody missed you.
Even though I did see Baker yesterday.
The Dr. Pepper one is amazing good from what I've seen. We've got that one. That one's going to be next. Kaya.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my gosh. That's amazing.
A little foreshadowing.
I like it.
Yeah, definitely the first week after surgery, I was like, well, I was sitting a little bit. I was doing more either reclining or laying down. So I was like, well, that wouldn't have been a good show. All of a sudden, they'd come back and I'd just be laying on the ground.
Just see your head like right in this area. Like, hey, I'm over here.
That's right. Oh, but clear.
Yes.
Clear cola.
So they are sparkling waters here. We'll talk about the ingredients and things here. I know. Okay. We'll talk about.
Oh, I like it.
And I will do the Keith. I have had the first 2.
Okay.
I have not had the other 2 because we started running out of waters. Like, I have to drink something. So I was like, well, I'll have a couple of these. Well, you had to... and my wife was very excited about them too because we wound up ordering all of these. Like I said, through Amazon. Like I said, that was just kind of the easiest place to get a bunch of them.
Well, even though I wasn't here, hydration had to continue.
That's fair.
You had to hydrate.
That's fair. So these are soda flavored sparkling waters. 2 grams of sugar per 12 ounces.
Okay. Good.
10 calories. No artificial sweeteners. They use agave nectar in here.
Nice.
As they have used. Remember, I think it was in the mango chainsaw we had and some other ones, like one of the ones we have, something else. They use that in there as well, which wasn't too bad. And portion of the proceeds donated to help kill plastic pollution.
Oh, that's right. They're not. They do not like plastic.
They are against the plastic.
Okay.
Let me see if there's anything else interesting on the side of the can. Yeah, 10 calories, sugar, added sugar, carbonated water, agave nectar is literally the second thing listed there. Okay. So anyway, so that's what their sweetener is, and it's still not that much.
I like how the skull is rotated 90. Yeah. But then it looks like there's like dripping. There's like water.
There's something. Right? Yeah. I'm guessing that's what they're going for.
Maybe let's go with that.
Some leafy greens. My friend who is a Dr. Pepper fiend, who hasn't had Dr. Pepper a very long time due to health issues, loves it. Nice. Okay. Well, that's at least positive for the next one for sure. I did get, they would not be able to have this. I know. I happen to have that one on, so I thought that tied in well. I did get some sodas in also while you were gone from Sprecher. We got some more in.
Really? Okay.
We got a Mountain Sprecher, which is like
Mountain Dew.
We got a Dr. Sprecher, which is like
Dr. Pepper.
And then we got another one of the root beers, but it was just caffeinated. So we have those.
Oh, okay.
So I have those too. We can try those. We can try a couple of those next week as well.
Good.
If we want to get back to that. That one, like I said, yeah, those were were interesting. Like I said, that those tied together.
Actually has a little bit of a cream soda almost nose to it.
So,
but I do get the cola though.
So I think it smells like Hubba Bubba bubble gum.
Oh,
I think it smells like Bubblicious bubble gum. Like I just opened up a pack of what is it?
Whoop-ass?
No,
that's a can.
No, not a pack of Whoop-ass.
That's a can.
No, I opened up some. What is it? The
Big League Chew.
Big League Chew. Thank you. It's 100% smells like that. You'd open up that packet, the foil in the middle. That's what this smells like. So it doesn't smell like to me like cola at all. I think it smells like bubble gum.
Yeah, it does. I think there's a, like I said, I
maybe a little
cream
strawberry,
soda, French vanilla, or cotton candy almost.
I could go French vanilla. Yeah, I could go that, like French vanilla possibly too. Reel of bubble tape. Finishing watching I'm going to butcher that. You do this to me all the time with the anime. Frieren? How would you pronounce that? What do you think?
That's what I would go with.
Okay.
Frieren.
Last 4 minutes 30 of episode 28. I hope it's wonderful. And at some point put the pronunciation so I can learn and get better.
Frieren.
All right, I'm going to taste it now.
Right. Again, for the first time.
I'd call it a Frieren. Okay, there we go. I'd call it a waste of time. Mitch, nothing's a waste of time if you're around. How's it going? Good to see you. Do you think that tastes like cola?
I don't think it tastes like cola.
No, it does not.
But I like it.
It was very depressing.
I'm fine with it. It just doesn't taste like cola.
Yeah. My wife enjoyed like the first, I was like, yeah, I don't think I like it. She's like, oh, these are pretty. I like it. And then like about 3-4 days later, she's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to keep drinking that one. Okay, well, I'll figure out a way to keep drinking. Okay. Yeah, the cola one. You have to be ready for it not to be cola. Like you said, if you said cream soda, I think that might have put me in a different frame. And I know this sounds silly, but if you're not in the right frame, like if you're like expecting a steak and someone hands you, whatever, a piece of broccoli, you're gonna be like, well, this is upsetting. This is upsetting. Move on to the doctor one. We'll try it in a minute. We will get to it.
Post haste.
You clearly haven't seen me play Warzone. That is a major waste of time. No, but I was watching you play RuneScape for most of the day, so that was enjoyable. It is better to me now knowing that, because I went into it thinking like, oh, I really did not like this one. I was like, oh, it's okay. I would not get it again. It a little bit of Arthur syndrome.
Yeah.
I didn't have high hopes for it, but I was like, okay, it's cola, so I thought it might taste like a off-brand cola, like an RC or something like that, like a Royal Crown, as it were.
I like RC.
It's not my favorite of colas.
Oh, I always liked a good RC. I think we talked about that before.
Okay.
But
cauliflower steak.
But you're right. But your expectations are for it to be cola adjacent, even, and it's not necessarily that. If
I handed this, and I think that would almost be if I was going to have someone try this again, I'd say like, oh, this is I would almost say cream soda. And I think more people could get there with that flavor. So Liquid Death, if you are wanting to change the name of it, let's go off of Killer Cola. And what would be some sort of murderous thing for
creamed soda? But that sounds gross.
That's their OnlyFans site.
That's really bad.
God, a creamed soda.
Creamed. Yeah, I know.
My God.
Stifler. No way. That is. Yeah. Cream. French. Yeah. I don't know.
French vanilla killer? Killer cream?
She's a killer.
That also sounds a little gross, but that's not bad, Kyle. Take it. RC is off-brand. I look at that as like, I know it is a brand, but for some reason, like that's always like...
Well, it's not one of the big two, I guess. So.
Yeah, I guess that's not fair.
Yeah, I remember RC...
What else do they do?
I think we've had it.
They do Crush?
I'm not sure, but I remember RC I've had kind of recently, but I remember back when I was a kid in the mid, like 76, 77, RC Cola had soda cans and they had baseball players on them. And I remember, I don't know exactly what game it was, but a buddy of mine at the time, he had a pool and we were doing something and we must have drank a lot of soda. We had a lot of cans in his pool.
It sounds like, so, wow, you just throwing them in the pool?
We were doing some kind of game with them and we had them in the pool.
Crush is Pepsi? Okay. Oh, they're part of Keurig Dr. Pepper.
Oh, wow.
That's interesting.
Royal Crown.
So that's like A&W, 7-Up. Oh, it says Crush.
Name's Crush.
Unless Keurig owns Pepsi? View our brands. Dr. Pepper, 7-Up, Crush. Sun's Up, 7-Up.
There it is.
RC, A&W.
Got that frosty mug taste. Cactus Cooler.
Yeah, so there's actually a larger group. It's Keurig Dr. Pepper, which is Keurig, as you know what that is. Like I said, obviously, because that's that. Yeah. I don't see... No, they don't own Pepsi. I don't see Pepsi on here. So Dr. Pepper, 7-Up, Crush, Sundrop, Canada Dry, Sunkist, Squirt, Clamato, Schweppes, Hawaiian Punch, Real Lemon, Snapple, A&W, RC, Yoo-Hoo, Core Hydration, Bay? How do you say that?
Bay. Yeah, because
Big
Justin
Red,
Timberlake did a
Verner's
commercial for that.
Venom Energy, IBC Root Beer, Mr. and Mrs. T, Stewart's Nantucket Nectars. Mitch, do you know about Nantucket Nectars? All natural something. Cactus Cooler, Margaritaville, Roses, X-Science, Penafil, and Mystic. Those are all the brands that are part of this, but the big two are Dr. Pepper and Keurig. They know where their butter is breaded or something. I don't know how that's saying.
Beverages are
something like that.
Cups are filled. Okay.
Whoever owns Lay's owns. Yes, that sounds right. So anyway, okay, because you had lowered expectations. Would you buy this one?
From the beginning, the nose. I was like, doesn't smell like cola to me. So I already kind of.
That bubble gum is delicious.
I reset my expectations. I don't. Well, based on. Well, we'll see.
If one of one
in comparison, one of one. I don't know if I would. I'd probably pick something else. But I'm not against it. It depends on the choices. We've gotten into a moral question here now. Here we go.
Death. Here we go.
Purple and gold. Oh no, Sabino colors. No, I'm just kidding.
I know that's
Vikings colors.
Snobino.
Vikings. Yeah, that's all right.
Dr. Death.
I know where the poison is.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much exact same information on there, so it's just the flavoring that they wind up changing up. Let's get it. We'll see. Lay's is owned by Pepsi. Oh, the other way around. Lay's and Pepsi are in bed together. Apparently, is what we're saying right there.
What oh, wait.
That's what we're saying right there.
That's right.
Sushi, it is good to see you. How are you, Sushi?
One way or the other. All right, so these are the two you've had.
These are the two I've had. That's kind of why I was getting them out of the way.
No, that's good. Good call.
Also, the two when we got them, and I was like, "Oh, what should I try?" I was like, "Well, if you're going to have one, and talk to me about it." I'm like, "These are the two I'm very interested in." One way, getting there better than yesterday. Yeah, I was gonna message you about that. Sushi's also been doing some sleep study stuff that she's been talking about. And I was telling her, I said, if she had CPAP questions, you're always ready to answer.
I'm ready.
What a wonderful time you've been having with that. Has it gotten any better yet? The short version?
It's an ongoing. It's better. But it's an ongoing developing relationship. It's a developing story. You know, it was funny the other day though. Normally, I'm very aware of everything sleep-wise, and the other morning, I woke up and I didn't have my mask on, and I didn't remember taking it off. But I was with it enough to have gently placed it on the nightstand on top of the machine. It's not like it wound up on the floor.
Like you just ripped it off in the feet of whatever.
I and it was great because when I woke up and I was like, oh, it wasn't a snore that woke me up. I didn't wake up Pocket. So I was like, ooh, maybe this hernia thing took care of my CPAP. Took care of me.
That would be amazing.
It'd be great if it took care of all the things that were ailing me. So it's okay. Wait,
Frosty, hi, Frosty. It's good to see you.
What does this smell of it? And then
being told I have severe sleep apnea because I stopped breathing 80 million times. Because you've talked about this a little bit.
Okay, yeah, that is. I don't have severe sleep apnea. I have mild.
Which is how many times? Because it was still more times than I was like, that's mild.
I think it was 15 or fewer or something like that. But mine was like actually 8 or something. But it falls under the mild or moderate, one of those two.
Nothing I did helped it, so we need more testing. Oh, I'm sorry, Sushi. That sucks. I've had this one. Does this one smell a particular way? This one I think smells like Dr. Pepper adjacent.
Very much, but more
cherry.
More cherry.
Yeah.
Yeah, more like amaretto cherry, that kind of sort of thing.
That's actually a good call. Like 70 plus.
Yeah,
CPAP made it worse?
Oh, it's not supposed to do that.
Now I know there's like a lot of adjustments, which obviously you're going through all that, and you don't have to talk as much as you want about
that's fine.
Medical stuff. But yeah, like I said, I know like there's a lot of adjustments they can make, but
that was.
And there's different machines and there's different things, different guards.
Yeah,
make so much stuff.
Yeah, there's different types of. I don't know if I'm going to stay with the current face thing I have. I've tried 2 different ones. I might actually go to the one that covers my whole mouth my whole nose and mouth as opposed to just the part. But they were saying that people who say, "Oh, I feel so different," usually are the ones who have the
really severe.
But then when just the pillows. Oh, I didn't like that one.
So which one did you have?
So the first week I tried the pillows because you
put me in a panic attack.
And because you have to be someone who sleeps with your mouth closed, and I don't. So then they have a strap they put around your head to keep your mouth closed. But yeah, it takes some time to get used to it for sure. Even if it fits you right and you're okay with it, you do need to gradually get used to something being on your face.
Same, I don't.
Okay, so I didn't like that one for those reasons. I wanted to because it seemed like the least invasive, and I don't want to have something in my, that kind of. I'm kind of in denial, I guess. I don't know exactly what it was, but then I went to the one that was it goes around your mouth as well, so you can open your mouth and breathe through that. It was more of a plastic, more plastic to it, but then still the rubber. And then I switched from that one to it doesn't have the plastic. It's pretty much all just the rubber. And for some reason, that one seems to collapse more. And I wake up often with a super dry mouth.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I think, and the doctor, are we getting too inside baseball here?
No, that's fine. No, like Sushi the other day was talking about this in chat. And I said, if you come in, I said, as much as you want to ask her, I said, or as Keith wants to answer, since, she was kind of going through some of that stuff too. I said, maybe he may have something you can ask about or whatever else. So no, I appreciate you.
I don't mind
saying that.
I don't mind talking about this at all. And it was actually super cool because I don't know if you saw. Did you see the Amy Poehler and Jack Black?
I have.
Oh, you were the one who told me.
I told you about it actually.
They talk about that. I wish they would have gone into it more. They went into it a little bit. I wanted to know more. So the doctor I saw, he actually said they don't recommend the kind that I wear now, but he said, you're not having, he looked at my numbers. He said, you're not having a lot of leaks. He said, so it's fine. This one is working for you. But the one they recommend is the one that goes like more over like this. It was that news plus the nurse. Yes.
Nurse practitioner. Yes. That's the biggest problem with so many of these situations. They can go so much better just based on the bedside manner of people that you get.
And I had, my primary care physician is awesome. He's the one who got me the sleep study. And overall, I've had very good luck. The part where it hasn't been good for me has been with the DME, the durable medical equipment. That's been the more challenging part of the whole situation. Fortunately, I did talk with a doctor, and it took me I had to wait 5 months for that appointment. And now that doctor's not with them anymore. But now that I'm in the system, I guess it's okay. But yeah, so
I remember.
It's definitely it is a challenge, and to test the mask. Yeah, that's great. It just getting used to
stick with it.
Just getting used to having I felt it's the first Alien movie. You feel like that thing's on your face. And
now, would that make it more fun
claustrophobic.
if they had ones like that looked like that?
Oh,
Just as like a joke. You're like, cool, I'm putting on like...
You want to freak out your family members, yeah. But yeah, it is getting... okay, so for me, I wouldn't want to see that and open my eyes. See that? No.
But it helped me sleep, though.
Hey, if it helps you sleep, that's fine. As long as it doesn't, leave something in your stomach.
Frosty, you should totally crack one of these open if you've got one. Really lucky I don't have a sleep apnea. My dad does, and my sister might start developing it due to her other health problems. Yeah, I mean, like you never like. I don't know. Does that mean that's something that you've had your whole life, or does that develop later on?
I don't think. I mean,
is it like something where it can just like, yeah, you just got it now? It kind of does it. Probably was causing her AFib because Sushi's been dealing with AFib as well.
Oh my goodness! Well, then that's pockets.
I know that's what, like I said, I didn't, get.
We
too
got
much
you covered, Sushi.
Yeah, we got you covered.
Between my wife and I, we got you covered.
Because she was talking about the ablation. She was talking about the going through
the cold,
doing that.
She had the non, because there's a cold ablation, but my wife has an allergy to cold, so she's like, I don't want that one. Forgot. Oh, pulse field. She had the pulse field ablation, is what she had.
Having that in July.
Yeah.
See,
so
see all these things tied together.
All this
Sushi, you found your community.
Yes, we're here for you. But
sushi with pork belly, but I might not get ramen to save money.
Okay, we've gotten away from this. I don't mind that we got away from it. I'm glad.
Having the least invasive one, I believe. Where they don't do the procedure at all.
That's the least invasive. That's extremely minimal.
They're like, I still have it though.
Very
They're like,
minimal.
Well, we did the lower one. There are 3. Oh, okay.
They go, well, I'm not sure, but I'm not sure if my wife was the least invasive or not, but I know it was outpatient when she went home that day. But yeah, it's still a little bit of soreness in the upper leg area, but not bad.
All right. So what are your thoughts on this one?
At least that's more like Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
Than the other one is like cola. Yes. It's not at all.
This one is definitely in the ballpark.
Yeah, I like that.
I thought this one was. I actually enjoyed this one. I was like, this one's pretty good. Like you said, more accurately than when I had first tried this. Definitely more that amaretto cherry kind of thing, and that transfers more into the flavor as well. But I think it's a good blend. And to me, if I was looking for, which I think what Kaya was talking about. With her friend, this is definitely, if I was a huge Dr. Pepper fan, could not have it anymore. Yeah, this would at least be a decent substitute. I would be happy with this.
Yeah, no, I would.
And
definitely,
I honestly would probably get this one again as a random one. Have not had the other 2 yet, so maybe I'll like that one of those even more.
I bet Sushi meant to type pulse field, and that's what Pocket had.
Oh, okay.
My wife had the pulse field ablation.
Sushi, that's why we're here. Like I said, I'm happy. Like I said, we're happy to be here, and I'm just glad, like I said, Keith is back, because I know you'd been talking about it and chatting some things. I was like, it's like, well, like I said, if you stop by on Thursday, please, ask, and like I said, whatever information we can throw out there. From what I've heard, sleep apnea can be either the congenital one can be from birth. It's like how diabetes can be from birth, child, or something you develop. Okay.
Same, and the AFib stuff can be hereditary. And just happen as your muscles get weak, or your heart muscle gets weaker as you get older. I'm hoping that mine might be weight related, even though I'm not overweight. But it just seemed like it happened,
of course, sort of coincided
quickly.
With. Well,
yeah, and because I had sleep study back in 2013. And they were like,
really?
yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, that was.
You kept that a secret from me.
I have in the facility actually. There, I used to go in and they hooked you up, and I actually had that. Yeah, in the facility, and they said it's mild. If sleeping on your side doesn't wake up your wife, you're fine. But then it was when Pocket would say, roll on your side. And I'm like, I'm on my side.
I'm on my side.
And sometimes she'd tell me I was snoring, and I thought, I'm awake. How can I be snoring? But maybe I was. I don't know. Yeah, sleep stuff it's
wild.
It goes, it's so crazy that.
Family history of AFib. Oh, okay. All right,
so you're on that's that one. So my wife did too. So it's, it's one of those things you take for granted that I can fall asleep whenever. Well, obviously you start getting older and you're more things running through your head. So it's not as easy, but you're like, overall, I can sleep when it's nighttime. And then all of a sudden you have insomnia, or you have sleep apnea or something. And you're like, when did sleep turn into this? So there's hope out there for you. Stay with it.
Yeah,
we're here for you.
We're not talking about waiting. Okay. Getting older sucks. That is true. That is true.
Experiencing
Try and make the best of it. In a weird way, I wonder if I'm actually adopted or not. Because I have a lot of things that are genetic based, but neither of my parents have. But also I have things that are 100% genetic that my family had. I mean, also stuff skips a generation, like you know, like in the Marvel movies and stuff like that. You know,
or and it's weird the way I've
and how genetics work. You know,
just
because of the chromosomes from the different
that actually as a baby you pick different. You have access to these different. I mean, it's
my baby made bad choices.
It's yeah, no,
baby did a bad bet. That's what he was singing about. Baby did a bad thing. That's what he was talking about. He was talking about
genetic traits.
Genetic traits. I would have thought. Well, like I said, yeah. So that one was my favorite of the two I've had. All right, now we're on to ones that I have not had.
We're in uncharted waters now.
Do you think you want to have cherry obituary or root beer wrath?
I'd say cherry.
Okay.
Because we're kind of in a cherry sort of place right here.
I didn't know if we needed a refresher of root beer and then to so that if it would. But I'm fine either way. Like I said, I can hit either button.
I don't feel this was.
It's not super cherry.
Super cherry.
Okay. All right.
Go grease lightning. Oh, I don't know why. That's super cherry.
Keep talking, whoa, keep talking.
Cherry.
Cherry obituary sounds great. All right. Well, that's the one we're going to try then. Cherry obituary. Murder your thirst.
Same things. 2 grams of sugar, 10 calories. They had requirements. We're going to have these different flavors. They all have to be the certain thing.
Yep, all of them. Agave nectar is like the second thing after the water. So
we're good with that.
Yeah. I'm having to drink through all of the Spindrift grapefruit that we have.
Oh yeah, that falls to me too.
Is it?
I like it. Do you ever?
It's fine.
I haven't done it in a while, and
I want to put it with some tequila or some gin.
Well, so that's what I think I've told you that. One of my coworkers, he said, yeah, that was he and his wife's like quick, easy cocktail with the grapefruit Spindrift and some gin.
Ooh, when we get to the root beer, mention cocktail again.
Ooh, okay. I've come across a few things too lately.
But yeah, like I said, for some reason, and I like it's okay, but usually I wind up, I'll pour it in my water container and then I'll put some more water. Like I even water it down even more just to kind of make it a little thinner. Agave nectar, yeah, that's what they use for the sweetener in all of these Liquid Death ones. It is from the agave plant. And like I said, that's like when we make our margaritas, that's what we always use. We use agave nectar and there is the sweetener. Like I said, lime juice, tequila, and agave nectar. The go-to. Yep, the go-to for sure. That is a cherry cola note.
Definitely smells cherry.
This has more cola in it than the first one. That's called Killer Cola. Right. Don't you think at the there's like a little like back end there, like the low end there?
Cherry cola obituary.
That's probably what they should have called. That's what they should have gone for. Okay, I like the aroma. I think that one's more of like a cherry Pepsi than a cherry Coke.
Yeah, it was like cherry, like from a chocolate cherry center or something like that. Ooh. That is like a cherry cola.
I like that. Should have called that cherry cola. That's a good one. Yeah. Oh, I like that one too.
Yeah.
This is the one I was actually kind of worried about. That's funny. Out of the 4 that we bought or like that we got, this is the one I was like, because cherry for me could be like cough medicine.
Could go bad.
Could be something like that. A little kind of funky in that way.
It definitely could go badly. So are you still listening to that Amy Poehler?
I like that one.
Good to hang.
Yeah, I have not. I think I've missed probably the last 1 or 2. Because did she have Paul Rudd?
Paul Rudd.
I did not hear that one yet.
I love Paul Rudd.
Oh yeah,
and she just had Mike Schur on there.
Oh my gosh!
Have you? I mean, I love Mike Schur.
Did you see the book that our brother got me for my birthday? I guess or what it was?
Is it the How to Handle Everything?
Yeah,
I'm listening to it right now.
Oh, I was just gonna say you should. Yeah.
Have you read it?
No, I haven't. I have it next to my table, and because HJ, they like on one of their trips listened to it. They're like, oh, it was great. I was like, I probably should have listened to this because I don't read enough. Like, it's like my problem. So I should like get it on tape or something.
And you need to watch the 4th season of The Good Place.
I'll just read about it.
No, but yeah, I'm listening to that right now, especially like, so have you heard them talk about, I think with the one with Rashida Jones, and they've talked about that thing they did called Philly Justice.
Yeah.
They show that. She talks to Mike Schur for a while, and he's awesome. I love it.
He's everything that
He's everything. And so she talks to, and then she brings in Adam Scott, Rashida Jones, and Morgan Sackett, who's Sackett, who's like a producer. He's been with him. And
does she bring them into like a Zoom call?
On a Zoom call.
Yeah.
They talk about how, and then they show what they put together, which they're like, yeah, I guess it's basically a trailer for it. And Paul Rudd was filming a movie, so it's actually Dylan McDermott who they got, and because it was supposed to be like a David E. Kelly Law show.
Oh yeah,
and he was in The Practice or one of the, and so he's on it, and oh my gosh, it is, it was great. And then after that I'm like, okay, I need more Mike Scherr, so I listened to him from like 3 years ago on Dak Shepard's podcast.
He's on Levitard a lot too, I think.
Well, because I guess so. He does something with Joe Posnanski.
Yeah,
and
yeah. They have a podcast.
I think it was Baker who got me a couple of those books, and I totally forgot about them. They're on my bookcase. I'm like, wait a minute.
You have time to read?
I do have time to read.
You should catch up on that novel you've been wanting to write.
Oh my God, there's
You're like Frasier, where he's out of work and it's like all those things he can do. I'm working on this sauce.
Yeah, but then it's like the big hopper of stuff, and then it just grinds to a halt and stops.
It gets stuck. It's like when the hopper actually would get stuck. What's in there?
Yeah, got it.
Bang, yeah. Guar and Bees. Wow, that would be a great name for a book. Is that actually a name for a book? Carnage, I feel that's something. This is the tale of Bees.
This is good. This is subtle and makes me more think of
well, you wrote Guar. I know War and Peace, but I thought you were going for the band Guar and that they made a book about peas. I was kind of hoping. Carnage, it's good to see you.
That's good though.
I like this one.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm like, it's funny when you read a book on Spotify, it shows you how far you are, and like 18%.
You've almost got it.
But yeah, it's
Guardian down with the 44 months. Rest in peace, George Wendt.
Oh yeah.
Rest in peace, George Wendt.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
The ultimate norm.
No.
Ice.
It didn't say why. It just said
I shit my shelf. I don't even know what that means.
I shit myself.
Oh, Guardian down. Thank you for the 44 months. It's hilarious.
It just said he died peacefully, but
survived by his wife and kid. 2 kids? 3 kids? 3 kids.
And he's Jason Sudeikis' uncle.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's been great. I've been seeing a bunch of clips. I think I sent the one to our thread. Or no, maybe I didn't. It was I found like I said, they had the clip of him from the last episode of Cheers where he talks about like what you love. And he said, I love that stool. He's like, and if there's a heaven, he's like, my stool better be there. He's like, and God better not be on it.
This is going to be worse than that time I was stuck behind Robert Loggia at the airport.
I mean, death is probably worse than that.
Robert Loggia.
Can you spell that for me?
Certainly. That's Robert Loggia.
Ah, Robert Loggia.
R as in Robert Loggia. O as in, oh my God, it's Robert Loggia. B as in, by God, that's Robert Loggia.
Sure.
E as in, everybody loves Robert Loggia. R as in, Robert Loggia. T as in, Tim, look over there, it's Robert Loggia. Space. L.
Where's sushi?
Look,
Space.
I know, that's what I was waiting for.
Kaya things of the Robert Loggia redemption.
That was when I was seeing a little thing on the news. They showed, I think, just the beginning of that, where he's like, "You know what I love, Sam?" He's like, "Beer, Norm."
Yeah, I got time for it. Yeah.
And I couldn't remember if he says, "Oh, okay." He says the stool, but he says to Sam, "You love this bar. You'll always return to her." Right?
You always return to her. He's like, "Who?" He's like, "Who is that?" He's like, "I think you know." Or whatever, because like I don't think he says it specifically. He's like, I think, because then he's like, Norm, you need to go wake up Vera and give her or something like that. He's like, wake her up so she can watch me eat a bucket of chicken wings. Or something like But yeah, that last little bit it's good that it's the two of them too. Like that was just such a really smart moment. Like that they all had their little bit there at the end, but the two of them being together and then him being the last person in the bar is pretty good for series finale. Like pretty amazing.
I didn't realize he was nominated 6 years in a row for Best Supporting Actor. It said from 84 to 89. 6 years. He didn't win. Lara Kett won like 4 of them.
I remember Mom and Dad always being mad about that. They're like, because they don't think they really like Night Court that much.
I like Night Court,
and then they were just like, John Larroquette, how does he keep winning? Like, like when you actually kind of care about that stuff.
And And Woody Harrelson won it in '89.
Oh,
that's what I wrote, and I can't remember who won it in the first one that he was nominated for. It was I can't remember. I saw that the other day, and I was like, oh wow, he won it. Okay, 4 years in a row. I knew he had like a run there with that, but
pretty amazing that the same guys who made that show made Taxi, Mary Tyler Moore, Simpsons, etc. I know exactly. I mean, that's also what Will and Grace, right? Will and Grace.
James Burrows.
Like said of that, and
yep.
Frasier, obviously, he was involved in that.
Yeah, then because that was created by Lloyd and Levitan, I think.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, just a huge lineage of great shows and thing. But yeah, that's yeah.
I like Night Court. Oh, okay. For some reason, I didn't think. I remember it was like maybe it was just his character or something.
Larry Kett's character, he could be really good, and then I think it got almost like to a point where it was like
great theme song. That's true. Yeah, it was a great theme song.
Okay. Yeah, and now I think he's the only one of those main. Marshall Warfield's alive.
Did they make another show?
They had at least 2 seasons of it.
Another Night. What was it called?
Yeah, Night Court.
Even more Nightier
Court.
Nightier Court.
She played his daughter, I think, and then John Larroquette is still on it. So,
Facebook has been filled with Norm scenes. One of the better ones was Frasier and Lil's. But I saw that one just today too, where they're like, "She's in a bar. You can't bring him to a bar. He's not going to learn to talk here." Afternoon, everybody. No, he said, "Mama," or whatever. Like Lil said. Yeah, that one's really good. Night's Court, exactly. Mills, it's good to see you. Good to see everybody here this evening.
Baker said.
Yeah, character got to be too much.
I like how in our text thread the other day when you sent the thing out, and I said Norm, and then Baker's was Norman.
Yeah,
so it was good.
Yeah.
Because I read it exactly as Diane would say that.
Grandma's bringing home some wings for me. Nice. All right, final Liquid Death water of the day.
Root beer wrath.
Root beer wrath.
Not the wraith.
No. Here's the grapes and here's the wrath.
Oh, I was talking about
that was from Simpsons.
Oh, is that from the one where he makes wine in France?
No, it's like the mean kid says, like, here's the grapes and here's the wrath. He throws it apart or something like that. Remember? What's the story, Norm? Yeah. Thirsty guy walks into a bar. You
finish it.
All right. Root beer wrath. And I told you to tell me when we went to pour this one.
Oh, that's right. Cocktail.
I just happened to be when we went to the Twitter account of One Liquid Death Water. Which, if they want to sponsor the show after all these have been having, it's more than happy. PB&J this weekend. The sour beer is back. Guardian down. Let's go. How many cases are we picking up this time? That is not a joke, chat. Man, we'll pick up at least a case of this delicious sour beer. Someday I will enjoy this sour beer. Today is not that day, but someday.
When our life has passed us by.
Wow. Sit around, no wonder why. So Liquid Death on literally May 20th. So just a few days, 2 days ago?
Okay. Yeah.
Our new root beer wrath. So this is new, although it's been around for a little bit, so I'm kind of surprised. Sparkling water makes the perfect root beer float espresso martini.
Oh, okay.
1 ounce Blanco tequila. Oh, we already like this recipe, right? This sounds like a Carajillo. This doesn't sound like espresso martini. 1 ounce Blanco tequila, 1 ounce coffee reposado.
Coffee reposado? What's that?
There are like coffee tequilas.
Oh, okay. Very good.
A shot of espresso. We could use our coffee black or the Mr. Black though too.
Okay.
Shot of espresso, scoop of vanilla ice cream, Liquid Death, root beer wrath.
3
and some espresso beans.
Okay.
That sounds
good.
That sounds nuts.
Sounds like dessert.
We probably need to try that. Look, there's even the guy making it right now. I'm assuming he shook the drink and then poured it over there for a little bit there. Sounds crazy, but crazy enough we should try it. They have a 1 case limit, so I guess I'll be pulling a Mick Foley the 99 Royal Rumble. Switching out the glasses as you go in, putting on a hairpiece, looking a little different when you go in.
Case. We went to dinner at see, that smells cream soda-y to me too.
I think it smells. I think
there's a little bit. Okay,
I think this smells already like a root beer float.
Yes.
So I think that's why they literally made that. Like I already get like the little bit of vanilla with that. It's not cream soda. It's not as far as that. But this already smells like a root beer float.
It's
like
got the other stuff
ice cream
into it, like the wintergreen, and it definitely has some other things in there.
Shaken or stirred? Not with ice cream. So pour it over, I guess. You'd shake the drink and then pour it over. I would think it'd be the option. Had a Mexican mule a few weeks back with some decent mezcal. I had lying around, was pretty good. Ooh, that does sound good. I love a good mule of any kind. And I would rather have like a tequila or some sort of mezcal or Mexican mule. I like the combo, usually like where it's like if it's going to be 2 ounces of tequila, if you do like an ounce or ounce and a half of tequila and then a half ounce of mezcal, just for like a little bit of the smoke.
Yeah.
Like I said, with the tart and the tangy and everything else. But yeah, that's always a good call, Carnage. Did you have the copper like pitted mug? Did you go the whole 9 yards?
We went to out to dinner last weekend, and the restaurant, it was a Wildflower, had a carajillo.
Did they read their 45-minute menu?
No.
Oh, okay.
Thank God.
Oh no, it's wild. I was thinking wild garlic.
Oh, wild garlic.
Wild garlic's the 4-hour menu. It's like, oh my God, you have too many things. Stop.
We hadn't been to Wildflower in a while, and
it's a boring pint glass. That's fine.
And the last time we were there, it made me feel really young because everybody I felt looked so much older than I am. But there was a much more youthful crowd there this time. So now I felt older. But yeah, they had
did you like better?
Carajillo. I liked feeling a part of youthfulness. not the youngest.
Okay,
it was good being around other youthful vibes.
Did you get the carajillo?
Mm-mm. I didn't have a cocktail. We had some wine. So.
What was their riff on it? Do you remember? Like, was it like breakdown or?
I could probably find the.
Oh, okay.
The menu or the
I like that one too. Yeah, that one's definitely a little more toward the like. Yeah, like it's already like a root beer float in a glass. Like I said, you've got probably about 50% of root beer flavors, and I don't think it goes like too far into the sarsaparilla. And then you've got the vanilla of like scoop of vanilla ice cream or something like that. So I understand 100% why they made this, and I would totally try it.
Totally redeem yourself. The Carajillo espresso soaked liquor 43, cinnamon and orange oil. I don't know exactly, but they got the cinnamon and the oil, so that we recommend.
Yeah.
So
yeah, definitely.
Carajillo. Yeah, these are all I would go for these over the poppies.
Oh, definitely.
And these probably have less sugar. I can't remember. The poppies are like probiotics 20, or whatever.
Yeah.
But
they do have that going for it.
These are 12 ounce though. I know like the Liquid Death waters are 16 ounce, I think, right?
You can go different size. I bought the ones that were 12 ounce. I think these basically wound up being a little over $1 a piece.
Did you get these in locally or do you have to order them?
I ordered them from Amazon.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure you could get them locally too. I just didn't look. I saw them on Amazon. It was easy. So it was like, I think it was like $14 for the 12 pack. Oh. So a little over $1 a piece or whatever.
Yeah,
so
that's reasonable.
Yeah, I definitely like said. Yeah, I would not get the cola one again because I'm not a fan of drinking bubble gum.
Did you get a mix?
No,
pack?
I bought 4 12 packs.
Oh, 4 12 packs. Okay.
I think they have a variety pack. At least it looks like on their website.
Yeah, I was say,
but the variety does not have the lime in it, or it has a lime in it, which we've had on a previous show. It's got the Dr. Death, the Root Beer Wrath, and the cola, unfortunately, and then the lime. If you could switch out the Killer Cola for the cherry one, I remember the lime being okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I don't off the top of my head, but yeah. So I definitely have a decent amount more of these, so maybe we'll have to try one of these in the future, try that beverage, because we have everything else. We have tequila, we can use the Mr. Coffee, or the Mr. Black coffee liqueur. We could use that instead. I could make a shot of something. So yeah, that would definitely be pretty good. Have you been catching up on a lot of TV shows since you've been? I finished.
I finished New Girl. That was a quest. I went through ebbs and flows with that.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I was like, all right, I'm going to ride this out and finish this. And overall it was.
Did they get married? Or are they together?
Yes, they did. Oh, okay. So what I had read is like, it kind of got canceled after the 6th season. Oh. Because like each season had like 22, 23 episodes. And then the last season only has 8. But I guess
they just begged so they could wrap things up.
The season 6 leaves you up to the imagination, but in overall a good place where you could figure out, okay, they're together. But then I guess, there was I think the two stars, I think, or one of the Zoe and the guy who played Nick, Jake Johnson, actually, I guess, had kind of petitioned the studios, and then they'd gotten other. Oh, that's the thing too. So Mike Schur is married to his wife is named JJ Philbin.
Okay.
Regis Philbin's daughter.
Oh.
And she's also she's a writer on Only Murders in the Building, and she was one of the people involved with New Girl. So yeah, I was reading about all this stuff. I was like,
you went down a lore rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, of course.
What shows are you watching? I don't know. Have you started anything new? Like I said, I need to start Andor. We're still watching Severance.
We watched. I think we watched No Good Deed. I think we talked about that. We watched The Four Seasons. It's on Netflix. Tina Fey, Will Forte. Steve Carell.
I've heard about that.
Yeah.
I think she talked about that on Good Hang, right?
Yeah.
Is that the show she was talking about? Okay.
Yeah, because it's based on an Alan Alda movie from 1981.
Yes.
So it's only 8 episodes, and they're like,
is it the whole
30
thing?
or 35? What's that?
Is that like the whole thing?
That's it. That's the whole first season. There's going to be a second season. So
there's going to be another season. Okay.
Yeah. So we watched that, and it was good. It wasn't. I think I would liked it to have been funnier, but it's also very like kind of thought provoking, and there's some. You kind of realize, you know what? We all go through our stuff, and so for them to have taken it and written it, and I don't know if I saw the original one or not. I was aware of it. I might go back and watch that, but for people to care enough or to be passionate enough to turn it into a show, obviously they have either seen people go through certain problems or
right.
so it was so we liked it. That was good, and there's going to be a second season of that. Else, I think that's it for now until we make our commitment to watching or getting Apple TV, because there's a lot of things on there I want to watch.
Yeah.
But I watched the first installment of the Dollars trilogy.
Oh, okay.
I started the second one, so
yeah, I'm halfway through the second one.
So
I started getting that far.
15 or 20 minutes into that, I think. So yeah, 20-ish minutes.
What did you think of the first one?
It was good.
Yeah. It's a good like revenge. Like he's playing both sides.
Oh yeah, I was like, Clint, you're gonna get yourself in trouble here.
Yeah,
Clint, you're gonna be in trouble.
But
I know he survives because there's a second one.
He got the crap kicked out of him.
Yeah,
the second one's good because of Lee Van Cleef.
Lee Van Cleef.
He's really good.
Yeah, so I'm on to that one now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. The Dollar trilogy is great. Yeah, we were talking. It came up the other week because I saw like a brief interview with Tarantino talking about what were his favorite trilogies of all time or something like that, and he said it's such a hard thing to do where every movie, and he said there's so few where that actually each movie gets better and improves on the other one, and they're all still really good. And that was where, like I said, he mentioned that trilogy. I was like, gosh, I haven't watched those in forever. Like I know I have watched them all at some point in my life, but I was like, I haven't watched. So I watched the original Fistful of Dollars, and now it's a few dollars more. Or, a few dollars more or whatever it is.
I hadn't watched any of them, so that was
for a few dollars. It's more than I. Yeah. It's for a few dollars more. Planty, how's it going? Good to see
Planty.
You. But yeah, like I said, I made it about half, and then like I said, I was getting really tired. Like I started watching it later than I thought I was last weekend, something like that. So. But yeah, they've been good. Need to watch the new season of Love, Death, and Robots. I hear good things about that show. I need to look at that too. But all right, well, we're going to take a little break. We're going to get it, move around, stretch our legs, and when we come back, we're going to have the final beverage of the evening. It is a bourbon. If you guys were around when Cope and I were hanging out, having some beverages, playing some video games a few weeks ago, this is one of the two that we had. We also had the Westward Whiskey, the stout cask.
Oh yeah,
because he bought a bottle of that, so we both got to try that together. And then we tried this one, and so I wanted to make sure, since you really haven't had much alcohol, not too much,
lately, hardly anything.
So,
really.
Like I said, I figured this is probably a good thing to introduce back into the bloodstream.
That's right.
It's hopefully a whiskey that we can talk about and that you find interesting. So we will be right back. We are raving whenever we take a break and we're about to go have some bourbon. You got to rave a little bit, I would think. You got to dance.
You got to get the energy going.
You got to get the energy. Exactly. Get the blood pumping, get it moving, get it feeling. Oh, I should put up the picture.
You should.
So you know what, though?
So I can read what we're having.
Let's see. This is, we had 4 beverages, so I'd only have 4 of these. So I actually need to now add that beverage to here. See if we can actually find it. Let's see.
My burrito. Oh, I'm headless. Is that people seeing this?
No, people can't see.
Right.
My gosh. You're fine. They can see. They see what they need to see. Hopefully this will be in the ballpark. Let's see. Let's see what we got. This and this. Hey, not bad.
Gee, it's like you've done this several thousand times before.
I just got lucky that the graphic was the size of the box that I was imaginarily looking at there. Who gave you my address, stalker? I know. Planty's showing pictures of delicious burritos and things like that. Now it just makes me hungry. Did you have dinner yet?
Not yet. No.
Yeah, you gonna go home and have something tasty?
Yeah, we're gonna figure out. We got some options here.
Yeah.
Yep. You have to. You know, it's funny
porterhouse.
when you can't bend over. You have to like you need a pot that's down low. So either for a while, I was asking Pocket. I'm like, can you get that up? And that, but now I'm like, I sit down and I just.
Do you just have a chair that you just move around?
I slide a chair over.
Do you slide a chair?
Hey, you know what? You start to realize the things you can and can't do.
You can and can't do.
So yeah, I'm not sure what dinner's going to be, but
hopefully it goes with bourbon.
Well, bourbon is the aperitif.
There you go. It's making more hungry for dinner.
That's right. Lawrence.
So this is Lawrenceburg Bourbon Company. The only strange thing is about this is since Cope bought this, which was many, many months ago, they are actually now called Larkin Bourbon Company. So they've changed names. It's still the same owners. It's still, they make their own, like I said, malt. Like I said, they do all the production in-house, as far as I know. This one is, did you guys have a beer for Norm? We did not have one specifically for Norm. No, we didn't.
We had a root beer, but I don't think Norm would have approved.
Yeah. I mean, he would have enjoyed that at a kid's birthday party, I suppose. Maybe. Lucky, it's good to see you. Good to see everybody here. This one is aged 5 years. It is 116 proof. Mash bill is 70% corn, 21% rye, 9% malted barley. And yeah, this is basically a one. Like I said, we each had a bottle. We both have the same bottle.
Okay.
And it is one of one. Like when this is gone, there will not be another one of these. So it's
of Lawrenceburg or
of the Lawrenceburg, yes,
now it's
no longer Larkin, but also this exact, because the way they do it now, like I said, I think the link that I put in there, now it's a longer age statement. I think the recipe is still the same.
Oh, okay,
the
but
mash bill is still the same.
Still making.
They are still
bourbon.
around, but yeah,
Okay.
they changed it. Like I said, but is a veteran-owned company. I think he used to actually be in the Australian military, and Larkin is some sort of Australian term for something like that. Anyway, go check out the website. Like I said, all that stuff is in there. If you go look at the beverage section there, click on those links. You can check that out. Saw a really good graphic today of Norm walking up to the pearly gates in St. Peter, and a bunch of angels were standing there, and they all said, "Norm, nice." And he was like, "But my name's George Wendt."
Yeah.
But yeah, this took a little bit of time to get to us, but it finally made it here. I don't think they do. I don't think there's any like extra. Let's see. It's 5 years age, 116 proof, cask strength. I don't think there's any finishing. That was what I was looking at. No, not on this one at least. They have several different, like based on having this one, they have a bunch of other ones that would be neat to try as well. I also have another bourbon that I have not opened yet that we can try next week as well. Brand new one that I saw on one of the other YouTube channels that I watched, the same one that had recommended the Westward whiskey, and then they talked about this one. Like, I was like, all right. I'm like, well, if you said the Westward whiskey is good, I'll keep trying until you lead me astray. Like, so we have one of those to give a go to. That one I think is finished in like port barrels or something.
Been a while since I've sniffed some bourbon.
These are fancy glasses. We do like these. You can actually get these. I think there's still a link. I think I forget what the exclamation point is for glassware, something like that. Anyway, you can actually order these glasses with our logo etched on there, which is really neat. We have some of those too, but yeah, if you want a cheaper version, that's like I said, just the actual glassware, the Glencairns, they're very, very nice for sipping whiskey.
Yep. Okay.
Either these or the Norland. The Norland whiskey glasses are great too. I sometimes like those for higher proof things because they let a little bit more air in.
There's a little sweet. Little sweet. There's
a little sweet. Wow, more Dr. Pepper tie-ins.
I know. There's, I'm getting like a little bit of something herbal or vegetal in there as well. I did get that. Now I'm not.
Okay.
Now there's a little cherry in there. That might be the sweet.
Yeah, I think there's a little fruit in there. I would agree with that. Yeah, there's definitely a little
cherry,
kind of vanilla.
Give me a while to calibrate there.
Good amount of alcohol coming through too.
Yeah, that is definitely.
Which I think that's actually a little increase. And it's been open for weeks, like 3-4 weeks now too. I feel like it was not quite as strong in the alcohol department when we first had it. But also it was our second one. So sometimes that also kind of calibrates you a little differently too. But at least aroma-wise, it wasn't there.
Sweet. Maybe a little cola almost? Am I still thinking of the Liquid Death?
Could be.
I don't know. What'd you guys get in the...
I think that was fairly similar. Like I said, yeah.
It's relatively like smooth in that
caramel, vanilla, little fruit. I think was kind of what was in there. I think Cope might have actually mentioned like almost like a stone fruit, like a peach, or like he had something like that in there. Like maybe he didn't hit the cherry as much. There was something.
You got to be careful when you're hit. Oh wait, no.
When you hit the peach,
or the, as you said, you said he didn't hit the cherry.
When you hit the cherry, yeah.
Spicy.
A little bit. I think the rye definitely comes through. 21% rye in there is nice.
Front of the tongue underneath is like
good
on
oak
fire
too. Like there's a good oak note in there too. There's some good wood like in the middle of the tongue. Yeah, I heard it after I said it. But no, that kind of comes through a little bit more. I get a little bit of the fruit still in there, I think. But yeah, that'll definitely need another sip for full analysis. But yeah, I like. Yeah, definitely some spice for me at the front. I didn't get like I said, some spice for me at the front of the tongue. The mid palate, and like I said, is pretty smooth, and the finish is smooth. But then there's the good, like warm, like the Kentucky hug, as they say, going down a little. Like I said, so you've got that, but
Kentucky death grip,
the Kentucky clutch.
So initially on the first sip, and I'm thinking this would be but I don't know price wise. This almost seems like this would be good as a mixer. Not only as a mixer, but I know sometimes price also.
We did make this into a old fashioned.
Okay.
Which was pretty delicious.
Okay.
I think he made a couple. I only made one. But yeah, this one, like I said, was definitely good with that. This one was definitely a little, pricier, probably like Westward whiskey price. Like I think it was, because I didn't know. Like actually, I have the website up what their price is now for it. Say on there, it does not say on there. I thought you could order here. Maybe I can find it somewhere else. I don't think it was. I thought he said he thought it was around 80 or 90. I think he thought it was around 80 or 90.
Okay,
was where he had seen it. This is the one that I had looked at. I think when we were talking about, they have a rosewater. Bourbon, where they make their own rosewater on site. It's a 5, and that's how they proof it down. 86 proof. They use rosewater to proof. Next, we create a bloody good rosewater tea. The rosewater tea is then used to proof down the blend and gives it floral notes you've always dreamed of.
Oh, I didn't know I dreamed of.
I would like to try a sip of that. I would not want to pay $70 commit to that bottle.
Correct.
That would be like I'd be very interested to try, but I would not commit to it.
Larrikin.
Bevy Brothers, how we doing, good sir? Sam, it's good to see you. We're doing very well.
I missed that Sushi said that he said hello to Rebecca.
Oh,
Norm.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it now. Oh, nice, Sushi. Yeah, that is good. I dream of biscuits and gravy notes. That sounds good. I haven't had good biscuits and gravy in forever. I love biscuits.
What is the alcohol that you'd be okay going, it smells like biscuits and gravy? No, biscuits and gravy notes. I'm thinking,
what alcohol would I smell and it smells like biscuits?
And it's okay.
It smells meaty and beef.
Is there one? Maybe a stout beer? Maybe because it could be bready.
Maybe a porter.
And smoky, maybe. I don't know. It's
biscuits and gravy notes.
Yeah.
Au jus stout.
Au jus stout. There you go. Yeah, you're like, oh yeah.
Biscuit. Carnage, I feel there is a art design graphic in your future. I need to see that. If you make an au jus stout, like I don't know what that looks like, but that needs to be.
Because you go, yeah, biscuits and gravy. I'm good with that. So what would that be? I don't know. Maybe there is no.
Get a bottle share, sort of like a timeshare. Ooh, that'd be a good idea. Where are you going? I'm going to my bottle share this weekend. But yeah, they have some other small batch ones, some other single barrels that are interesting. I'm really interested to try the one that, like I said, again, that we'll try next week. Not from them, it's from Cedar Ridge, is the other company. Arthur cinnamon roll or muffin beer. Oh yeah, I mean there's tons of.
Oh yeah,
yeah, sweet
the voodoo
notes.
donut and all that.
Sweet notes are always there. I mean, there's the muffin beers from that Great Notion Brewing Company. They've got the blueberry muffin ones. We've had other ones that have had cinnamon. Like anything sweet, it's always when you start going way savory, like like I said, like you would with literally biscuits and gravy. That's a little farther out of the realm. Come on, please, Sam. Have you been drinking, Sam? I think you've been drinking. Sip number 2.
Yeah, this is good.
Second sip, not as spicy on the front.
Yeah,
for me, a little bit.
There's a little more sweet on the nose.
A little more caramel, like lighter caramel.
Yeah,
kind of going on in there. What's the difference between caramel and caramel?
I don't
Besides
think
the letter. That's
what's the? It's just a way of saying it. Same.
It's spelled differently though.
There's Carmel, which is a city.
Oh.
And I think it's just saying caramel or caramel.
Is that a regional thing?
Caramel?
Is that like soda and pop?
I don't know. Caramel and caramel.
Look it up somewhere. Apparently there's a mayonnaise. Yes, I've been drinking and deserve it. Sam, you've been lurking a lot. Cheers to you. Great Notion Urban Family have some great muffin sours. Carnage, 100%. Yeah, those are fantastic.
Very good.
That's right. Clint Eastwood was the mayor at one point of Carmel, bringing it back to the dollar. See? See how I accidentally tie everything together through my idiocy? I guess I pulled a homer to succeed despite idiocy. I always love that. Yeah.
The first annual Montgomery Burns Award for Achievement in the Field of Excellence or something.
Clint Eastwood has indeed been Emirates Chair. Are you making fun of the way I say caramel?
Is it caramel?
Or is it caramel?
Caramel.
No, we were just talking. I think we used to talk about that because I used to talk about it with Kent. Like we would joke about that because we had syrups that were that, and we used to talk about that. Caramel. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Look it up. So second sip, even a little better. Do you like? If you're going to read it, you should read it out loud. Sit up and read it.
I had to lean back.
There is an Instagram model who's producing a beer with her.
Needed to relieve.
With her, for the lack of a better word, yeasty. Yeah. So there's the yeasty biscuits. Now you need the gravy. That's gross.
That is gross.
That does sound familiar. Like I have heard about that though, but that is disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. But of course, Guardian Down is already
there's like a little, like you said, brown sugar. I get brown sugar too, a little caramel. It's a little sweet. It's still got the hug.
Yeasty Biscuits was my stripper name in college.
Now on the main stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeasty Biscuits.
The correct pronunciation is caramel.
2 correct ways, it says.
Correct pronunciation is caramel, not caramel. While some people pronounce it as caramel, the correct spelling is caramel. The word originates from French and Spanish, and its correct pronunciation is with 3 syllables, according to Quick and Dirty Tips. Well, that sounds like Planty's website for sure, for God's sake.
Yeah, Quick and Dirty Tips.
Larkin's Gin sounds interesting. Yeah, I looked at some of their other stuff there. They have Decade Cognac in a glass. I don't know if I'll have to look at some of the other stuff. But yeah, I would like to try some of their other things because they do like a bourbon cream. They do a bottle and bond that's aged 8 years. They do an American maple bourbon barrel aged, which we've had something like that before. There's no way it's her that's doing it, and that's gross. I don't even want to think about that anymore. That's as bad as the beer we had.
Which was good.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Where was that? That was from Rogue Brewing, right?
Rogue
Brewing did
Dave's Beard Beer. Yeah.
I don't get anything from them anymore.
When's the last time you bought a
Rogue beer?
Well, I just haven't been drinking a lot of beer at all. In fact, I almost...
Bevy's beer coming this fall. I mean, if you want it.
Okay. Are you and Jay doing any brewing soon?
I don't know. Probably not soon.
Okay.
Because it's. I swear, if he asked me, I'd be like, "Why did we do it during the better months? Why are you waiting till now?" Like it's 104 degrees here in Southern Arizona. It's
because I'm off now.
But you can't lift anything. You're just super.
No, I'd be watching.
I'm hanging out, watching and drinking.
You could check the temperature.
Lots of Rogue available up here, but I think they're down in North Oregon. We used to get a lot of stuff from them.
Yeah,
we used to kind of seek it out, but we just don't see it as much. Yeah,
the beer the beard beer was one of them. But
yeah, they used to do some sours that we like, some stouts that we like. Yeah, the Shakespeare Stout.
I remember back
Dead Guy Ale. That was like the one that got everywhere. That was kind of what they're known for.
Like 30 years ago, that Shakespeare Stout. That was like, oh my god, I found the Shakespeare.
You're saying your sweat is sweating? It's that hot? Yes, my sweat is literally sweating. The sweat is.
My sweat has droplets of sweat.
My sweat has droplets of sweat. Yeah, I like the more this kind of gets a little air and kind of sits in the glass too. It kind of.
What did you think of it the first time?
We really liked it. Like,
okay, yeah.
No, it was kind of the same. It's funny though. Like usually, and for the most part, it was pretty smooth. I thought on that day, like I said, it's usually as it sat open like this. I thought this was going to be even smoother today.
Yeah.
And to me, it seems actually a little spicier than I remember it.
Yeah. Interesting.
So yeah, like I said, at least on the front of the tongue, because that was even pretty smooth that first day when we cracked it open, and then we still had the same kind of warmth there because we were both like, "Ooh, wow, 116 proof. This could be a little dangerous because it's the putting it in a cocktail, which is really good and all that kind of stuff." But yeah, again, it's still not overly spicy, but I think you have to be a little bit ready for it. But I think it's really good. 43 degrees here, Planty. When do we get to move to New York? Rainy and cold here all week. What is all these better climates?
Yeah.
When do we move?
We've been pretty fortunate though so far this year. I mean, it's gotten hot the last few days, but overall though, it's been pretty.
But we didn't have the cold that we
pretty good.
We usually get.
No,
a little
we didn't have as much
though,
cold. No, that's
which
true.
is nice.
It's true. You mean in the winter or just in general? Because it stayed
winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the winter we didn't have those like extra cold days where it gets like the teen or the 20. Like we get usually a few days.
No, we didn't get any of those this year.
Yeah, we didn't get any of that. Whenever you want, we have the space. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay. See, you're gonna hit ProneCon, and then you're gonna go to New York.
I have to get a ProneCon invite. Maybe someday I'll get an invite.
Wow, you haven't gotten one?
I'm kidding. It was lost in the mail, I'm sure.
Wait, when is that happening?
It's like June 2nd or something. I don't know. I don't know when these dates are.
You need to go.
You gonna come with me? We can fly together. Are you allowed to fly?
I have a Sting concert on June 1st. So
damn it. Oh, so we leave the 2nd.
Yeah.
Just come back.
Oh, I'll be so tired.
Don't make me sick, Lucky and Mitch on you. No, it's fine. There's only so much space.
See, you got to get this guy here. He needs to go. He needs to be with.
There's only too many. It's too crowded.
It's too crowded.
There's already too many people in St. Louis.
There's not too many
people.
Very
busy. I'd be too close to the Cardinals. It'd be kind of gross. Be all dirty there. They're only 3 games back right now. That's got to be tough.
It was 1 game back though.
That's got to be tough for them. They had a really good month, and they're still 3 games back. You can share my air mattress anytime. Oh my gosh, the invites. See, now you're making it too tempting.
Sounds like a country song.
You can share my air mattress anytime.
It's just like you can eat crackers in my bed anytime.
If I'm gonna inflate, I'll inflate for 2. Get in my air mattress and say, "Hey you." I don't know. That's where it ends right there.
How do you do?
How do you do? That would have been better. See, there you go.
If I'm gonna inflate, I'll inflate for 2. The air mattress song. If I'm going to inflate, I'll inflate for 2.
Come and sit on down.
Oh, that was good stuff, actually.
That's pretty good. That was good stuff. Too funny. Oh man, well, it's been good hanging out. It's good to do a podcast again.
Yeah, it's good.
I like it.
I had to get some podcast muscles back.
Your podcast legs, your legs,
my podcast legs.
Try out my sea legs.
Yeah,
Gump. You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, I know that, Gump. If you're gonna inflate for 2.
That's
all right.
That's like the same adage of the air mattress companies and also the like inflatable like blow up dolls, like the love dolls.
Yeah, right. Cover it all there. B-legs
must be. They are in the shop. I'm getting those fixed. So for next week,
next week?
I'm assuming next week we're still good to go.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we don't need another month off or so. We should be all right.
No, hopefully no surgeries on the horizon.
Okay, okay.
I hope not.
That's a good start.
It is. It's a very good start.
I definitely have that bourbon want to try. Like it's either a bourbon or it might be another single malt. That might be why it was tied. So it might be a Cedar Ridge. But anyway, I have a whiskey for next week that I have not opened yet. So we will try that.
Got some sodas, I think, right?
Yes, that's true.
Sprecher?
Oh gosh, that's right. We've got a couple Sprecher sodas we can have. Like I said, we've got the Mountain Sprecher and we've got the Dr. Sprecher.
Imagine a beverages podcast line. See, you could tie me in via Zoom or whatever.
Via satellite?
Skype, yeah.
Okay, all right. I see what you're saying now. I like what you're throwing down. That's not a bad idea. Depends. Maybe they're not doing any filming from there. Maybe they're not letting anything happen. So maybe that's maybe that would be against the rules. And they'd be like, look at this guy. He's trying to actually do work here.
If you're going to inflate for two. Okay.
Gonna keep saying that?
It's a good start.
Is it a good? Yeah. Is there gonna be?
It's a good start.
Will there be more to that? Have a special drink. That would be the biggest problem. Probably too many special drunken guests would probably be the actual problem.
Live from Sam's mattress.
Yeah, live from Sam's mattress. Sam Malone.
Oh, Sam.
Yeah.
Norm. Yeah, we did. I think it was. I'm glad we reintroduced me into this with what we did. But yeah, a beer certainly would have been appropriate.
Yeah, that's true.
In honor of Norm, but we had a lot of good discussion about that, and we know Cheers has been a part of our lives for a long time. In fact,
yeah, the podcast,
and the fact that you have him as the when people renew
when they sub,
so that's
sub,
obviously so.
Title of my sex tape, live from Sam's mattress.
It's Saturday night,
live on tape. I always like that one. What was that from?
Live on tape.
Was that Kids in the Hall? There was some comedy show used that, live on tape.
And that was Lorne Michaels too, right? Is that right? Yeah. Man. Okay.
It's all those things.
Remember, if you're going to inflate for two.
That's key. Are you going to tell that to Pocket when you get home?
She'll be like, what are you talking about? I'll say, I don't know. Watch the last of the show.
We'll watch the end of the show.
Why
weren't you watching? Why didn't you have another screen?
It'll make sense.
Yeah, it'll all make sense then. All right. Who should go? Well, we can go say hi to Haji, but he's got a starting soon screen up. So we can go say hi to him though anyway.
Yeah.
So we'll just, kind of let him know that he should have a shorter starting soon screen. So that we don't have to sit there and wait.
Unless we want to talk for 7 minutes and 39 seconds.
I don't know if we have that much material.
We might not.
We have 7 minutes.
We could just keep singing the song.
We could.
I think we've used that up.
We may have gone to that well.
We may have
far too often already. But yeah, all right. So a couple sodas next week. We've got a whiskey, and that's good because then you don't have to lift or pick up or carry anything. Everything's already here.
It's here.
It's already here.
That's right.
But then in that third week,
I have some beers in my fridge. Do you want some beers that I have?
I'm drinking probably as little beer as you are.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I opened up a Waldo's the other day, and sadly, I got halfway through and I didn't even finish that. I don't know what it is with beer right now. I'm just not I kind of enjoy it, but then it's halfway through, I just really just feel bloated. I just really enjoy a cocktail or some whiskey or something.
It's weird because
or wine or something.
I was going through some old emails and I keep a lot of the stuff from Tap and Bottle. And I'm looking at emails from, 3 or 4 years ago. I'm like, remember that. And then I'm like, I don't even remember that one. Gosh, then it's what did I drink? I used to drink a lot more beer back then.
Yeah. Sours, I actually probably, if I had more sour, right now I've just got a weird mixed bag of things, most of them IPAs.
Okay.
And I think that's just kind of what I've been there. Inflate for two.
Inflate for two.
Orca brought it back once again. Appreciate it.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you guys all for being here. We very much appreciate it. It was good to see you. We'll be back on again next. I'll be here tomorrow, but we'll be back together next week.
That's right.
3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern. For some whiskey and some sodas. By next week, he's going to have a fully written song. I mean, maybe if we're lucky, Sam. Have a good night. So nice to see you,
Thank you, Planty. Good to be back. Thank you for your kind words. Appreciate that.
All. Let's, like I said, let's go say hi to Haji. He is super, super nice. He'll be starting in about 5 minutes. So you got time. You can go grab a snack. You can grab a beverage. You can go in there and say hi. It looks like he's going to play some more Skull and Bones. But yeah, wish him a very, very warm welcome because he is super, super nice. But we will see you, as I said, next week for some more beverage podcasting. I'll be on tomorrow, probably playing some Destiny.
Thank you, everybody. Great to see you. Thank you.
Good night.